Let's do it to it, honey.
Hey, everybody, 8 million people in the house. Thank you for showing up. Showing up to Dan and Minnie's Journey live stream where we will be giving away money today. Pesos 300 to be exact, which is, it ain't hay. It ain't hay. It'll buy a couple of kilos of rice, right? Won't it? Won't it? Won't it? Yeah, I like that. After all, Halloween is coming up. So I woke up this morning. What happened? Oh, by the way, when you get older, one of the things I wanted to talk about was you start doing weird things. Like you get up in the middle of the night, you start roaming around the house. And now that I have that easy chair, I plop myself down. I will roam around the house. I'll hear noise. I'll hear noise like, oh, I'm hearing noise. And other people live here. Minnie's parents live here, and Jill lives here, brother-in-law Jill. And so, I will hear, sometimes I'll hear someone getting up and moving around. And then that causes me to want to get up and go and investigate who might be in here, right? Who's walking around, and then I'll get up and I'll start roaming the house. And so here's the thing about that. When you have more than one, uh, should we say, elderly person, older person living in the same house, then you'll come out and you'll see sometimes three people roaming around the house, kind of going like Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You'll kind of be like, ah, 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 roaming around. I don't think any of you in here can relate. I really don't. Let me bring up the chat and see who all is here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for giving your time. Time is actually your most valuable asset. A lot of people think it's money, right? It's time. And how you discover that is you run out of money, and then all there's left is time, and then you learn to appreciate it. Who all's here? So Larice, Smash, Anna, Tim, Manilau, Daisyland, Menge, Selexia, Larry, Jean Z, Rider Adventure, Jaylene, Aileen, all in the house. Nip Band is hanging around. Mike, married to a beautiful woman, is here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tim, I want to ask you a question. There is, so I thought for some reason this popped into my head. I do apologize for doing this in advance if I'm offending you in some way. But I started thinking, that there can't possibly be another person in the whole entire world named Tim Desiak. And I was wrong. There is another Tim Desiak. Larry is here. Hi, Larry. There's another Tim Desiak, and he's a spitting image of you. So if that ain't your kid, then I don't know. If that isn't your kid, that I discovered when I was doing a Google search, then you need to claim that guy as your kid because he looks exactly like you. So I kept thinking to myself, no, there can't be another Tim Desiak in the universe, right, Nitbam? But there is. Turns out there is. And all you have to do is Google it. And he's as handsome as Tim. He's as handsome as Tim. All right, what are we doing today? We're going to be stuffing the pig. If I can find money to put in the pig today, which I think I have. and then we're going to be drawn. We're going to be drawn for a 300 peso prize winner, so long as we get 30 people in the chat. Now, here's the whole thing. James is here. James is here from Philippines. Minio is here. Hey, here's the thing. If you don't want to listen to Dan talk, you have to get 30 people here, and then we could draw, and that we could be out of here. Marion Salonga is here. Thanks so much, Marion, for always entering comments in the chat section of the videos. I really appreciate that, and giving me the thumbs up. It absolutely goes a long way. So I really appreciate it. So let's see. There is a few by that name, Tim says. There's a guy that looks, he's the spitting image of you, almost like a Xerox copy. But he's like 20 years younger, and his name is Tim Dziak. A very, yeah, I mean, it looks just like you. It's like a Xerox copy, a spitting image. What can I say? So that's the first thing that'll pop up when you Google it, because I said, nah, there can't be another Tim Dziak. What kind of name is that anyway? All right, setting that aside now. I'm done with that. I just got curious. There are millions of me in the world. If you try to Google me, even if you put in Sacramento, you're not going to be successful coming up with me on the first go around, because there are a million people with my same name. Anime, what do you say? What's it going to be today? Are we going to play for 300 pesos? So I did check a couple of things I wanted to share with you. Dan, sorry for that. Hey, I wanted to go in there and check it out. Anyway, I checked out inflation. The numbers they're skewed. I can't possibly believe that in the US of A, they're only floating around an inflation rate of underneath 4%. That's impossible, right? But we'll be going there soon. 15, 16 days to go, man. Minnie and I, we will be in there. I have interacted with there are probably a million people in the world in that band that have the same name as you. There's probably 1 billion. A little East Indian joke there, Nip Band. I do apologize for that. I did run the disclaimer. I'll run it again if you want me to. No, don't do that, Dan. Get us out of here. We have 11 million in the chat. And what time is it right now? Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone to see what's going on here. 8:06. We're 6 minutes in. Daisy Lynn sings like a bird. And even though I haven't been in there lately because of constraints of time, I will try and do my best to be inside the channel. Go and visit Daisy Lynn and say hello. I'll make sure I stop by and say hello, Daisy Lynn. All right, now inflation is running like slightly under 4% in the US of A. But here in the Philippines, they got quite a surprise, thinking that they had inflation under control. And the inflation rate here is running just a little bit less than 6% for the month of August. I don't know what the annualized rate is, right? I don't know. You know what? I'm waiting. It doesn't come out. It doesn't come out until October 1st or so, right, Tim? But it's looking like it's going to be 3.2% based on the cost of living adjustment, for clerical and wage earner, whatever that category is. It looks like 3.2. But I'm sure they know already, but they don't make the official announcement, Social Security, until until October 1st. Do I have that right? And this is really exciting because they have been counting $1 against every 3 that they think that I've been making. They've been withholding it. So I did the math. On mine, and I turn full retirement age in just a few days into October. The first week of October, early on too, not late in the week, early in the week, which means that I will get a raise on, November for my Social Security check. So I was calculating it out. They were thinking that I'm making, I don't know, 35,000 a year. So they take back $1 for every $3 that you make when it's earned in your retirement year. So they've been deducting $1 for my Social Security check, for every $3 that they thought I earned. I'm just too lazy to go there and tell them I'm not making any money anymore. It's earned income. It's a little bit complicated because you got earned income and unearned income would be a pension if you earn one. Listen, since we're talking about this boat, it's going to be out soon, and I'm excited because for Man Mini and I, it is going to result in a huge increase, or it should result in a huge increase in monthly Social Security checks. Should go up by somewhere between $200 and $250 US, and that'll give me more money to spend on you. Well, also it'll give me more money to spend on alcohol and wild women and stuff like that. Anyway, oh my gosh, no, there aren't any wild women. Well, yeah, there's many. Oh boy, I hope she's not watching this. Nippan says there would be no Social Security for me. Why is it that you think that? Oh, I got a little criticism, folks. Let me articulate. I didn't articulate this very well, right? Uh, no one wants to hear this again, I know, but I'm going to say it anyway since I got a couple of inquiries about it. So when I say $1 million retirement, it's the equivalent of, see, once I say this, then Nipman's going to calculate it. He's going to know how much I'm making per month in pension, right? But basically, you just take the $1 million that you would have saved over your lifetime, which I did not. And if you're going to take 4% out every year per month, that would equate to a $1 million retirement package. So there, I said it. Now I know everybody's running for their calculators, right? So that's just the pension part of it. And then you have Social Security, and then you have my 457. You have other investments, right, that come into play. And that's why I don't really need all the money. All Man Mini and I really need is LV, 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 LV. All I really need is the pension money. I don't really need to draw Social Security, right? But I'm doing it. I don't know if that was a stupid mistake or not. I think not. You know, when I calculate it out, it seems like based on, you have to do it, it's a complicated formula, you know, where you have to do it over you have to project out your, you know, how long you're going to live, right? And so I did it by a whole bunch of different ways, right? I did it by calculating, you know, the average age of an American male who is, oh, Sess is here. Hi, Sess. Are you still in Malaysia? Are you still in Malaysia? Thanks for joining us, Sess. Hey, guys, it's a complicated formula, but basically, forget about it. Let's move on to the next subject. So I woke up this morning and, oh, you're back home. Welcome home. And so why are they calling Doomageddon Dramageddon now, Sess? I'm just curious about that. Listen, and Sess, is it my imagination or are views on YouTube starting to tank? You know, when I start looking, even at the big YouTube channels, they're like, they'll get one or two hits, right? But then all of a sudden it just, you know, they'll get way up here. Then the next video they do, they're down here, right? Then they'll be up here, then they'll be down here. And so I don't know. I don't know what's going on in YouTube, but I could see definitely there's stuff going on. So anyway, the exchange rate is this morning. I woke up 57.01. Now remember yesterday when I did this live, it was somewhere around 57.26. And then it dipped underneath. Oh, it's raining in Dumageddon. Dipped underneath 57 for just an hour, right, Tim? Tim, you can fact check me on this. 1 hour, it slipped down to 56, 59, I don't know, something like 56.99 or something like that. 1 peso underneath 57, and then it went over the top, and I don't know where it's at now. Alfie's joining us. Rider Adventures hanging in there with us. Thanks so much for putting up with me. Time is your most valuable asset, I've discovered. That's why I'm not taking up a whole bunch of your time. So I would have to pay for views, but I'm not too cheap. But I am too cheap. No, no, don't. It isn't necessary to do that. Let it just go where it goes. I think that a lot of people I figured out. Tim, I was in your channel. You figured out that, and so has Hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreaming, Mike from Vallejo. Mike, that video that you did where you were driving through Vallejo and you were showing the trash and the dirt, I'm telling you, you don't see that so much here in the Philippines anymore. Do you remember the time when you used to go through Manila and you would see that sort of a thing? I don't recall it uh, being that way in Cebu, but I definitely recall it being that way in Manila, but not anymore. It's like they have a crew out there in the morning picking up trash and stuff like that. I could be wrong, but it seems to me like Manila has gotten a lot better in recent years than it used to be. What's your opinion on that? I'm just curious about what your opinion. So anyway, I still think that I mean Philippines has a long way to go, but if you go into Steve channel, I mean, what did Steve say? What did Tim K say the other day for crying out loud? Tim K says Tim K says, hey, uh, I don't care what you guys say. It costs me 3K a year, 3K a month in order to live in the Philippines. You say whatever you want on your channel. That's what Tim K said the other day, right? And so there's so much talk about this, our Philippine journey. Listen, I was bored to tears with the stats, and then I realized I do the same thing. He was presenting stats, about cost of living and things like that. And then he starts off with airline pilots. How many airline pilots do we have in this stream, for crying out loud? I started thinking to myself, what's my demographic? I'm losing sight of it. I'm losing sight of the whole thing, right? And so no one wants to hear that stuff anymore. No one wants to hear it from me. I already figured that out. That's why the shift in the channel. All we're doing on the live streams is talking smack, saying hello to you guys. Thank you for your time, for honoring us. And then I'm giving away money, right? I'm giving away 300 pesos today. See? And then we're done. I'll have to call out for Man Mini when it's time. But listen, we need 30 people in the chat. And people have been coming in. Oh man, I hear the thunder and lightning. People have been coming in late. It would be nice. We're 19 minutes and 10 seconds into it. It would be nice to give the money away now, for example. Now, Mike K. Joe is agreeing with me about how it's starting to look. The whole Bay Area. Listen, I'll be up there. We'll be up there. I don't know if we're going to rent a car, if we're going to take Uber. If people are spending 3K a month, you're paying too much for living in the Philippines. Well, that's kind of like the point, Tim. They tried to tell that to Tim K, and he said straight up, you live your life the way you want to live it, and I will live my life the way that I want to live it. And so there, it's 3K for me. But then look at what all he's got. Look at he's living on the beach just south of here, about 2 hours. He's living the life. I mean, I have to ride a trike for 10 minutes, Man Meaning I, in order to get to the beach, and it's not a white sandy beach. It's nice enough. The pier. In fact, right after this live stream, we're headed down there. 14 million people in the house. Borrow my car if you want. That would be great. That would be great if I could borrow somebody's car. If you're offering, I'm taking you up on your offer, Mike, for sure. Renting it is crazy, and something's happened to me since moving here to the Philippines, spending a year. There's something that happens to your psyche when you come to Southeast Asia, and then you no longer need a car, right? Tim K needs one. I could tell you that because Tim K is driving. I mean, there's nothing out there where he is. I mean, you can't rely on public transportations are in the cities and the provinces. So you have them here. That you probably have public transportation to pier at Bato, and you have it here in Bye City, and then you go north to Ormo, and then in between, everything in between, those are the suburbs of Bye City. 21 minutes into the live chat, and at 30 minutes, we're calling it a day. Larice, get your ninjas here. Let's stuff the pig. Let's stuff the pig. All right. Oh, by the way, only okay. So I put up that short, right? The short video was titled "Knob Job," and then it was the guy drilling the hole for the doorknob. I didn't know what you guys think that was all about, knob job in the Philippines. But let me tell you something, right? The only person to get where I was going with this was Edward D. Beck, and I don't see him in here. Edward D. Beck got it. He private messaged me and said, "So, Dan, plan another trip to the dentist, are you?" He got it. That scares me. That scares me that Edward D. Beck, he got the joke, right? And so I was saying that most of my stuff is political commentary, even in the shorts. You have to see, yes, I'm always taking it in the shorts. Here's the thing, you have to pay attention and think, what's Dan thinking by putting up this video? By the way, I put up Baha'i Kubo today, which I thought was great. And then the short video, I think you're going to love. I think this short video that's coming up that I will post right after this live stream, right after this live stream, it's going up. I think you're going to enjoy it. It should get 3K. But if I could get 2.4K over that video, the drilling, the dental drill, then I should be able to get 3K out of the one that's coming up. I go and steal ideas from you. I'm about ready to steal one from Mike over that at Hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreamin'. Mike has the rooster, right? I liked it a lot. And so now I never thought about it, but as you're walking down the street, you're going to be seeing the fighting roosters. They're all tied up along the roadway because they're selling them. Some of them are, especially in Ormo, you see them a lot on the main drag. But as you're going to the mall, that's why I noticed it, right? Where there's heavy traffic. They're selling them because rooster cockfighting is a big deal here. I'd be happy with 1K views. Well, you can squeeze out one, you know what, but you're doing great on the shorts. That's the point that I was trying to make. The shorts are really our forte, I noticed. Hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreamin', Tim, and myself, and I've yet to go in and critique Lazy Larry's, but I will go into Larry's today, and I'm going to take a look to see how he's doing on his short videos. But I mean, why are you doing all this work, and then boom, you do a 16-second video, and then all of a sudden, blam, you end up getting 2 points. I'll tell you who's the biggest influencer for me. That would be Mawelma. Mawelma and others in here have got this thing down. I know you're probably doing fine, LV Rose. I just haven't had time to go in there and take a look at it. Yeah, he's in the Valley of the Hose, Knitband. All right. So here's the pig. Here's the virtual pig. Yep. He don't look too happy. That's because he's hungry. And I'm putting this inside there. And the last week of November, you know how this goes. The last week of November, if you guess how much money is inside here, then you get it. It's getting kind of heavy. You guys see that. I'm going to start exercising this and building muscle mass by using this pig. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it. Love the pig. I love the pig. So now what we're going to do, everybody here knows that. All right, so now here, this is going in right here. This old bill is going in. And then we're going to put some coin in. I got a couple of coins here. You'll probably be able to figure out what they are, but I'm going to put one in there, and then I got another one in here, and I got another one in here. Okay, who wants to guess how many pesos that Dan put into the pig? Folks, we have less than 5 minutes to go. If we don't get 30 people in here, then it rolls over to the next live. So if we don't get 30 people in here today, then what ends up happening is we roll that 300 peso grand prize over to tomorrow's live stream, because I'm only doing them now. What did I say? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. for only 30 minutes each. And so if we don't get 30 people in here that need 300 pesos, then what we're going to do is we're going to just roll the money over till tomorrow. Now, most of you know that I had to go over to the 7-Eleven and I have to reload my cash. Girly Sen is in the house. Hello, hello. Rider Adventure, Tim Duziak. Anna May, what do you say? And LV is probably starting her live stream as we speak. So, 17 million people in the house. It doesn't look like we're going to make it. I think personally you guys are playing with me. We got 27 minutes in, 3 more minutes to go, and then we're rolling it over. I'm kind of disappointed that Edward D. Beck is in here because I wanted to play with him a little bit about the dental thing, I wanted to have some fun with Edward D. Beck about this. Not yet, Dan, 10 a.m. Okay, you're going to be live. Don't miss LV's show at 10 a.m. Dan, can you just send me the money? Thanks in advance. If you win, have we pulled your name before, Tim? I can't remember. I can't remember if you've won yet. You've got to be in here, but we're auditing this thing in a couple of days. We're auditing it. And so we're going to make sure that everybody is represented in here because it's fair, right? It's fair. It's got to be fair. I want to make sure that it's got to be random. All right. Let's see. We've been live. I'm showing 8:25 on my phone, and yet I'm showing live at 27:56. So let's give you the benefit of the doubt and give you 5 more minutes. So it's 8:25. At 8:30, we're calling it a day. So anyway, what I was going to say is they're trying to convert the Philippines over into a debtor nation. So debtor nation means that once you go into debt, you go out to Home Credit and you get a brand new 98-inch TV set. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, that's great. You get one of those 98-inch TV sets, which according to Tim won't even fit on one of my walls. But if you did get one of those, then you can get it today using Home Credit. And basically, they try and create. Somebody has to fund that. And so it's usually depositors at some bank someplace. They invent money out of thin air is basically what they do. In the United States, they need no reserve in order to back a loan. And so I keep getting all kind of offers. Maybe some of you in here are in the same boat. The offers keep coming and coming and coming and coming. Please borrow money. Please borrow money. Please borrow money. Nope, I won't do it. I won't do it. Walang utang. Walang utang. We are 4 minutes to go at 8:26. We're calling it a day at 8:30. Get your friends and your ninjas here. Get us to 30. Get us up there to 30 views. Dan pays his people to watch him. That's the other thing, right? Yes, I do. And I'm proud of it. I most certainly do pay people to watch me, and I'm proud of it. I'm damn proud of it. That's unethical. Really? Giving away money now is unethical. Folks, I was watching a YouTube channel this morning, and it was talking about how we've been trained at being contented through social media. I'm not sure that's true or not. That I'm going to leave up to you to decide. But I feel content. And even though things make me angry, I don't really want to challenge them. In other words, I want to yell and scream in my room every once in a while where nobody could hear me. But that isn't working out too well because everybody keeps telling me that they can hear me having some kind of fit. Folks, when you get older, things start to change. It's not just physically. Up here, things start to change, right? So you want things to go a certain way, and you start questioning why they're not. Start asking yourself the question, why aren't they going my way? Why aren't they going the way that I want them to go, right? And so your answer, if you're living here in the Philippines, is likely just that. because it's the Philippines. But I don't think that's it. I think it has to do with something up here. I think it has to do with one of the five stages, right? And so I have said that I have gone over that hump already. Let's see. I'm malcontent until I retire. Right. Well, okay. Good for you. Good for you. Hey, Joe. Good for you, Mike. So here's the thing. I thought, that I had gone over, that I'd gone through those five stages, but maybe not. There's still certain things that bother me where I should be just saying, screw it, just forget about it. Debt is your enemy. That's what I'm trying to explain to them. Tell them, Mike, hey, Joe. Debt is your enemy. Debt is the enemy. It's going to attack your happy life. Don't allow it to do that. We have less than 1 minute to go, and we don't have enough people. We only have 19. So tomorrow's big spin. Am I allowed to use that verbiage? Maybe not. Maybe I'm going to get sued or copyright or something. Anyway, tomorrow this rolls over, right? Which I think actually is smart. This rolls over to 600. So tomorrow we're going to draw for 600 pesos. What's tomorrow? Friday? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Payday Friday tomorrow in the Philippines. And so that's perfect. It's 8:30, and guess what? I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Oh, wait. Man Minnie wants to come in here and say hello and goodbye. Man Minnie, are you there? Come on in here and say hello and goodbye, and then we're signing out. We were not able to give money away because 30 people weren't here. All right. Here she is. Come on over here. There you go.
Everybody.
We're out of here. We're going to Bye Bye City, and we're gonna do some shopping. Sir Larry's here. Do you want to?
Are you done?
We're done. Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody
Remember
won
to
because.
be kind to each other. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and healthy.
Plus, try to have fun. All right. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye bye. We're out.
Later, guys.
600 tomorrow.